Hi, I'm Shanda, and I had to make the hardest decision a mom can make. And somehow I felt at peace. So there's a part of my story that I haven't shared publicly yet about my middle son um, and the choice that I made to give him away for adoption. So when I look back at that point and where I was in my life, I was living in absolute chaos. I was struggling with addiction, spiraling, hiding things, and honestly, just trying to survive myself. My son had been living with my aunt and uncle about a year. He was still really young at this point, and he didn't remember living with me. He didn't remember life prior to what we were going through. So they were his home, they were all he knew. And I had to make a decision that no parent ever wants to. I could have kept fighting for my son because I wanted him. Like, of course I did. But eventually, something inside became clear about what I was supposed to do. And this wasn't about my mom. It wasn't about my aunt and uncle. It wasn't about who won or lost. And most of all, it wasn't about what I wanted. It was about him. I knew that he deserved happiness that met him where he was, not where I wanted him to be. He deserved to feel safe, secure, loved, and happy, and have the chance to grow up without being pulled into any more battles in his lifetime. Signing my rights over was freeing in a way I don't think I'll ever be able to describe. It didn't mean that I wasn't sad. It didn't mean I didn't wish I could have him every single day. But I knew deep in my soul that I was making the decision I believed was best for my son. The 6 months after were incredibly hard. I couldn't see him. I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't know how he was. I just had to trust that the decision I made was the best one for us. Not a day goes by that I don't regret this, because I definitely don't. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't broken my heart in certain ways. Um, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't change parts of our story if I could. Um, but I don't regret choosing what I believed was best for him. Today, I get to watch him grow. I get to see who he's becoming. And most of all, I get to see him with his brother. Sometimes life gives us endings we could never imagine. Sometimes we're forced to make choices we never thought we could have. But I've learned that even the hardest choices can have beautiful endings. Sometimes it makes you someone who just loved your child enough to put them first.